Crunchyroll is not dodging those allegations. Crunchyroll's not dodging those allegations that their executives think that all anime is just for kids. Yes, for those that missed it, because I think most people watching CES right now, 2025, were looking for the new graphics card. Holy crap, where's the new 50 series, all that kind of stuff. But no, Sony/Crunchyroll did make an appearance at CES, and a lot of really interesting news came out of it. Yes, the one biggest one I think that caught my attention initially was, yes, they have a new manga app. Apparently, after they shut down their other manga app, they're like, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Probably has something to do with that whole agreement they made with Kadokawa, as well as a little speech from Rahul Parhini, who, of course, is the current president of Crunchyroll, which was funny because on the CES site, they called him the president of Sony Group Corporation. Somebody gonna get fired. Somebody gonna get fired. Even though it says right underneath it, president of Crunchyroll. They wanted to make sure that he's a Sony Group Corporation president. Somebody gonna get in trouble. But yes, quite a few things came out of the convention itself. Like I joked before, yes, technically Panini said something very interesting about the age group for anime itself. But let's dive into it and get in the nitty gritty of it. First off, let's actually talk about what actually happened. Of course, we had CES 2025. We had the president of Aniplex go up there. He basically just fluffed Demon Slayer. That's pretty much their premier title, so all they do is talk about is Demon Slayer. Look at Demon Slayer. Isn't Demon Slayer great? I said it before and I'll say it again, and this kind of goes to what I'll talk about with Panini himself, is there is a issue that Crunchyroll/Sony/Aniplex has right now. They are so focused on this one property being so successful, because it is. Demon Slayer gave them a massive amount of subscriptions, and it's making them a boatload of money in theaters. They want to put it out there because it works. It's massively successful. This is their moneymaker. But the problem is they're so focused on this one thing and the actual age group for that one thing that they're not realizing they're pigeonholing themselves so that when they don't have that, they're gonna fail. Their sub numbers are gonna go down. Everything. They're ignoring everything else they have, and they're so focused on essentially pigeonholing their market to be kids, they're going to lose everything else. All the other possibilities are going to lose it. But anyways, that was pretty much what he did. He just went up there and said, hey, Demon Slayer, Demon Slayer, Demon Slayer, Demon Slayer, Demon Slayer's so great, Demon Slayer. Damn, it sucks that this is like coming to an end. Anyways, what was interesting is when Rahul Pahini went up there and he said, if you're not familiar with anime, there are 3 important things to know. First, anime is a medium, not a genre. He had me at the first half. Thank you. I was like, holy crap, maybe he actually heard what was said in that article about all this nasty stuff about Crunchyroll, and they said, oh, hey, let's actually say we don't think that way. And that's a really good start. You're basically saying it's not anime like it's only for kids. It's not a genre. It's all these things. It is literally like a theater. It is like a movie. It is all these other things. It's not a specific type of thing. It's not kids shows. It's not comedies. It's not this one thing. It is multiple genres within it. It is a way of delivering a story, plain and simple. Good right there. He had me at the first half. It encompassed dozens of familiar genres like romance, comedy, sci-fi. Yeah, because you know how much kids love sci-fi. you know how 5-year-olds love sci-fi. I'm already getting into it. And also some unique to the art form. Second, anime is one of the fastest growing sectors in entertainment. We expect the total addressing market outside Japan and China to be 1.5 billion by 2030. That is asking for a lot. that is setting that market way up there. If we make it a 2030, let's be honest. And third, anime is here to stay because it deeply resonates with Gen Z and Gen Alpha audiences who desire a deep connection to sub-communities and stories that are real and different. That's where I went, oh man, I thought you had it. You're literally saying like newborns. Isn't Gen Alpha like born between before 20, I think it's 2025. The bracket is up to 2025. And I think it's as far back as 2013. We're talking 5-year-olds. Crunchyroll, Panini, wake up. Again, stop pigeonholing your market. I mean, Gen Z gets up there. Gen Z gets up, I think, to what? 27 or something like that. It gets up there. It gets into adulthood. But the most of what he's talking about here is from age 0 to 27. And that's a huge chunk of that is like less than 10 years old. Nobody is watching, no 10-year-olds are, well, there's a lot of 10-year-olds that are watching stuff. 99% of your catalog is age restricted or not accessible or unfit for people that are 5 years old. Wake up. Again, when you get on that stage and you say children watch our content, you're saying people out there, people watching me on the screen right now, wherever you're at, on your phone, on your PC, who's ever watching me, listen to me now. This is for kids. That's not a good message. Yes, it's good for your current injection of money right now, which is Demon Slayer, which, yes, a lot of adults watch. I like it, but let's be honest, a lot of it is extremely violent, and a lot of parents don't pay attention to what their kids are watching. Didn't happen to me. I watched plenty of stuff that I shouldn't be watching. Let's be perfectly honest. But at face value, people are shied away from it because it's violent. Its ratings high. It has beheadings. It has chest hanging out there. It has, yes, ecchi. But my key point here is that you're so focused on that one success right now. It's making you a lot of money, and you're alienating everything else. And that's what I think that articles really talk about. They think anime is for kids because that was their focus. It's always been their focus. Advertising everything is kids, come in here, kids, come in here. When in fact, if you look at their catalog, not for kids. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's probably for kids. They love that stuff. It's fun. It's cute. All that kind of stuff. Not for kids. Not for kids. Not for kids. Not for kids. Maybe Dr. Stone. Yeah, I can see young kids liking this kind of stuff. Yeah, I can see them liking Shangri-La Frontier. Not for kids. Not for kids. I don't know. Probably bored out of their minds. I mean, again, I'm taking this from context of not just violence or ecchi, but also like attention span. A lot of really young kids, like again, under 10, are not going to care about this stuff. No. Maybe Pharmagia. It's got kind of that Pokemon thing going for it. No, hell no. Freaking no. No, definitely not. No. These are not for kids. These are for teenagers, young adults. These are, again, definitely not this one. It's full of, yes, ecchi. Again, you're so focused on how well Demon Slayer's doing, you're not focusing on anything else. And what that does, again, like I said earlier, yes, it's a good injection. Focus on those shonens. It's successful. But what you're doing is you're pigeonholing yourself, and you're not letting your market grow. There's nothing going to hurt for you to say that this is for everyone. We have stuff for kids. We have stuff for adults. We have stuff for teenagers. Broaden what you're aiming for. Don't just pigeonhole yourself. It's ridiculous. Again, Gen Z technically does fit outside of there. But again, alpha? You got a 1-year-old watching that catalog? You got that 1-year-old watching that ecchi show? Anyways, I'm moving on. At Crunchyroll, where business is fandom is fueling passion of our strengthening our 360 experience approach. This is where he's basically talking to how they're trying to absorb all these other companies to make one place. That's why they, bought out and killed Right Stuff and destroyed that whole market. That's why they're, getting into Katakawa right now, which we'll get into us in a minute, which just pretty much leads into it. Our streaming service with over 15 million subscribers is world-class with the largest anime library, subs and dubs in our dozen language and distribution on 20-plus platforms, including all games, consoles, blah, blah, blah. 15 million subscribers. I think that's still going up, ? I forget what they announced that last time when they were, again, fluffing Demon Slayer, giving them a massive growth. 15 million is pretty huge. Now, keep in mind, this is worldwide, but at the same time, that's a good chunk. That's a good chunk, which I think leads into what they're talking about again here, where they want to kind of aim to have all these markets, even though, again, I argue they're destroying this whole idea of e-commerce. Hopefully that stuff gets better. Don't know. But yes, that gets into it. The one of the things that caught my attention was, yes, they announced that they were going to be launching a new manga app, which that's what Punni did mention on the stage itself, but he didn't give much context to it. I did get a press release. It says Japan Comics or manga, the source material to beloved anime series, will become even more accessible in North America, as Crunchyroll announced today a new app for fans to enjoy digital manga as part of a new premium option for Crunchyroll members. I emailed them back to ask them to clarify this, and they haven't got back to me yet. They're probably busy right now. I literally emailed them last night, so they probably haven't gotten it yet. But I wanted to get a little bit of context here. I think it kind of cements a little bit more later on as they say a premium add-on. I'm assuming this is going to be an additional cost. For those that don't know, yes, technically Crunchyroll did have a manga app before. It didn't go well. I mean, I read a lot of manga on it. I read Inside Mari. That ain't going to be on that app now. I read Inside Mario on it. Doubt that'll be on the platform next time. Again, remember, this is Crunchyroll / Sony that bought Right Stuff and had them get rid of all of their 18 plus very ecchi type of manga series off of their site before it was transferred over to Crunchyroll store. I doubt there's going to be any risque. There's probably going to be some risque stuff in there, but not very risque. And I doubt something like Inside Mari would last on this time. But yes, they had a Crunchyroll manga app before. I got it like really early on, and it was good. Like, it wasn't a great app, but it was good. I read a lot of manga on it. I read all of Attack on Titan on the thing. But yes, at some point, it failed. Apparently, it failed. They decided to scrap it. They scrapped it back in 2023, late 2023. I thought it was earlier than that. So that's like not even over a year ago. They scrapped the app, and now they're bringing it back. So don't worry. Don't worry. What is the site doing? And I don't know why I went to Anime News Network. Anyways, it didn't go well. They scrapped it. They shut it down. All that kind of stuff. Now, the interesting thing is that it was a good app back then. The only real problem that I had with it was that I constantly had to re-log in, and it would crash, and then I had to re-log in, which was kind of annoying. But either way, they're going to be launching a new manga app, which is great. I'm not against it. I think it's great that they're expanding their catalog. I think it's annoying that, again, they're insinuating that they're going to have an additional membership on top of it. So it's not going to be like before, where before you had one sub, you had everything. Like, it wasn't like this tier system they have right now where you get like extra benefits and whatnot for doing this. And it seems like they're going to be doing, you get a premium membership with Crunchyroll and then an additional sub. It seems like, again, I haven't got a confirmation on that, an additional sub to get manga as well. It better be like $1. If you guys come out with this and it's like an extra $5, you get access to our manga catalog, it's going to fail. It's going to fail really quickly. I think even the idea of doing an additional subscription is annoying. It's not going to help it at all. It's going to ruin it. Now, yes, the question mark also that I had when I emailed them was, is this have anything to do with the Kadokawa purchase? Not the purchase of Kadokawa, but the now 10% they have ownership of Kadokawa. I kind of assumed that, yes, this is probably an answer to that. Like, they were going to get a large set of their catalog. Kind of surprised they didn't announce to do both light novels and manga at the same time, but maybe they don't have enough. Maybe they're like, we only want to deal with translating manga. Light novels is way too much work. Let's go with something simple. It could lead to eventually getting into light novels, stuff that's already published. Because yes, it was going to be probably a majority of their catalog coming into this is probably going to be stuff that's already translated, stuff that's already licensed, stuff that's from, Yen Press or something like that. That's probably going to be a good chunk of their stuff. And then possibly going forward, they'll have other stuff coming over. But we'll see. Crunchyroll president announced that a new app will be coming to Crunchyroll later this year during Sony Group Corporation's press conference at CES. Home to the largest dedicated anime library, Crunchyroll will soon offer all-new service Crunchyroll Manga, making it easier than ever for fans to read brand new and beloved titles from multiple top publishers all in one. Crunchyroll's new app, Crunchyroll Manga, launches later this year as a standalone app on iOS and Android, debuting in US and Canada. Designed to complement Crunchyroll membership. The app will be offered as a premium add-on. Now, this sort of makes me feel like, now that I'm reading this again, this does make me feel like it's just, they're putting it with the premium. So this makes me believe that they're not going to have an additional cost. So that's actually a good thing if I'm reading that right. But we'll see. We'll see when they actually get the further details. And again, they could change it. Even if I read this as it's in there. Don't worry, you don't have to do anything different. Just download the app if you want it. It's there if you want it. Which I think is a good thing. I think it honestly is a good thing to have all these things included in this one package because guess what? Even if the season doesn't have anything for you offered and you're like, this entire coming season looks like crap. I don't think I'm going to keep my sub up. They'll still think, oh, but I am reading that manga. I need to keep it on. That's the trick. That's this idea of this ecosystem that these companies create. It's all here. And you don't want to lose all this stuff, all the value you're getting. Stay with us. Don't walk away. That's the key. So again, it could indicate that they are not going to do an extra service, which is great. With web browser integration coming in the future, why? Why would you not have this ready to go from the get-go? This sounds like they're rushing things. Now, again, their manga app was okay when they first launched it, which was like way back in 2013. But it didn't age well. Like by the time, again, I was using it later on in it, reading, the rest of Attack on Titan, it was horrible. It was horrible. So I hope the new app is a lot more modern. It's a lot more smooth. It's quicker. It doesn't log you out. But to not have web browser integration, are you too worried about piracy? And so you're trying to make some weird, stupid stuff that people have to turn their freaking hardware acceleration off to get rid of? Why? Anyways, it says Crunchyroll Manga App will be the premier online manga app that carries catalogs from renowned publishers, offering fans unparalleled access to visionary works that inspire the anime we love. Chill, Broadening. Holy crap, dude. Chill. Tone it down a couple notches, dude. Unparalleled, visionary, inspire. Anyways, as we strengthen partnerships in an exciting new venture, we aim to add even more value to Crunchyroll membership. Again, this makes it feel like they are not going to be adding another membership cost to it, which again, if that's the case, thank you. That's smart. That is actually smart. You don't get that extra injection, but you're making it to where you don't make people second guess. If it's already there, just keep the sub. If you add something else, not worth it. Again, because most people are going to think, rather than add on to my current subscription, which is already expensive, I'll just pirate it. You're fighting with people that will just Google search, read manga, click on the first link, because it's always at the very top of these Google search engines, and they read it for free. You're fighting with those people. You're making it convenient. No, don't worry, no extra cost. Just download the app and start reading. You're already subbed. Just download the app and start reading. And if you're not subbed, holy crap, you don't have to worry about nasty ads. You don't have to worry about which site has which chapters, because some of these sites that I've checked out, they're missing entire chapters. It's all there. It's easy to get a hold of. It's clean. You don't have to worry about anything. It's all there. And yes, I'm assuming they'll get into simul-publishing. Why not? Complementing our vast anime library, Crunchyroll Game Vault, and exclusive... Stop bringing that up, dude. This doesn't help you. Stop bringing this up, dude. This does not help your case. This makes it worse. Stop bringing up your Game Vault. It's not a shining beacon. It's not a shining beacon of your success. When you say, look at our Game Vault, it's basically saying, look at our failure. Anyways, complement their anime library, Game Vault, and extensive selection of products on Crunchyroll store. Again, not your shining beacon there. Stop touting it. Granted, at CES 2025, most of those old farts sitting in that crowd are going, oh, they have a store? Oh, cool. I bet my kid likes that store because they like that Demon Slayer and he's a Gen Alpha. But he continues, research shows that nearly 70% of anime fans read digital manga at least once a month. That sounds really low, but I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Highlighting again, I have to keep in mind that a majority of anime fans are just watching Jujutsu Kaisen. Highlighting the immense demand for this medium, Crunchyroll Manga will not only meet this growing interest, but also fuel the continued global popularity of anime and manga alike. For kids, apparently. Offering a vast array of stories across diverse genres, Crunchyroll Manga will feature both iconic titles from current fan favorites. Manga and Crunchyroll Manga will debut in English with the goal of increasing language options as the app expands, similarly to Crunchyroll streaming services. That's cool. Get again, similar to what, as much as people hate on Crunchyroll, and as much as I joke, and yes, even bashed on them here earlier, it's a company I want to succeed. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I want Crunchyroll to succeed. I want them to do proper. I want them to deliver the product. Don't mess with it. Just deliver. That's your goal. Crunchyroll, if you're hearing me, your goal is to deliver. They make it. You take it. You hand it over. You take it. You translate it. You hand it over. You don't take it and then interpret it your own way and put your views in there and then screw it up. You don't take it and ruin it in any way. You just deliver it. You are a distributor. That's all you do. And the thing that I've always given Crunchyroll credit for is making stuff global. Getting everybody this stuff. Different options, different languages. Getting it out there to the people. Delivering it. Simple as that. Yes, I do have my fears about how global focused they become because there's a lot of nations that are very much so against anything ecchi, anything violent. And if they get it to certain regions and focus on making sure to serve those regions, we will see a lot of unfortunate cuts. But I do want Crunchyroll to succeed. And I hope this new manga app is really solid, it has a great selection of stuff, and yes, it doesn't mess anything up. Yes, they did also announce that apparently they're working with Sucker Punch to make a Ghost of Tsushima Legends anime, which is cool. I'm assuming since it's Aniplex working with them, Aniplex has worked with other studios, not just A1 Pictures, so it could be a different studio. I'm assuming it's going to be A1 Pictures. Hopefully it'll be solid. I actually really did like Ghost of Tsushima. It was a really good anime. Hopefully they can animate all those blades of grass and we won't see a bunch of CGI blades of grass. That's immediately what comes to my mind when I think about an anime of Ghost of Tsushima is CGI grass. Just a bunch of CGI grass. It was a great game itself. I enjoyed it. So hopefully the anime doesn't suck. We'll see though. Anyways, yeah, I think that's it. That's pretty much what the news was here. Again, I had to laugh at Pudini and his goofy comment about Jin Alpha. But hey, again, I acknowledge there's probably 12-year-olds and whatnot that are loving anime. Again, they probably love freaking Demon Slayer to death. But again, I really do feel like this company really needs to focus on a broader audience. And hopefully this new manga app does well. But we'll see. But yeah, that's the news. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, hit the like button down below, comment. Let me know what you think of this whole thing. Are you a Jin Alpha? If so, get off my videos. You do? Yeah, I'm joking. I'm joking. If you're 5 years old, hell yeah, you shouldn't be watching my videos. But yeah, let me know what you think of this. Anyways, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe before you leave. Like this content, you want to support channel more, links in the description below. Greatly appreciate it, but does. Until next time, you'll take care.